gets a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started.
Play call screen.
And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So East Carolina's offense will get the ball first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he's got it inside the 35.
Man, what makes this offense so difficult to defend is they've got receivers that have speed and that can separate. On the first drive of the game, they found a soft spot in the middle of the field, and they took advantage.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down.
Short cross.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Entering play call, coach suggestion, zone drops, zone drop, coach suggestions.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark.
Spread.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. At the 35, he's loose. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. You might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. pass. It's Lacy. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
He'll throw on third down. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And a physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Well, they dial up on second and a long way to go. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Algo.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Algo.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on deep.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Caught over the middle. It's gone. And he coughed it up, and good thing he got it back himself. They knocked him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down mark. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one.
Entering play.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call.
These pots mesh.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Lacy. He caught it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Suggestions. There are 8
like
categories.
That big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, ECU.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Arizona escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Wildcats fans could have done without this one being so close. Never a dull moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Caught in the backfield, it's Hamilton. There he goes. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Sun Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. from the gun. The running back has it. Got the first down and more. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Rams him with the stiff arm. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second.
Entering base model screen, you have 7 options.
So first down here as they go back to work.
Spread. Spread.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
Getting set for the point
categories.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
Entering play
They
call,
put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air, it's Lacy. Makes the grab. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Empty base trio. There are
Here's this
21
offense with a fresh
categories.
set
You
of
have
downs.
18 options. Double slant, stick is selected.
Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Bringing the heat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Entering inside zone.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy.
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Entering play call. In view highlight. Call to challenge play is
The
selected.
coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call.
RPO, red option, Paji cross.
And the Pirates will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Complete downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. 1st down and 10. They're going to run it. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Lacy. Got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Pirates didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
The give. Into the end zone he goes.
Entering play call,
Pirates.
coach suggestions. There are 8
Extra point here
categories.
will tie the game.
15 options.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen,
turning it on! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Got his man downfield. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
Spread.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Butler. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You
Categories.
get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Entering play
They
call,
stop him
coach
almost
suggestions.
immediately.
There are
Short
6
gain there, and still
categories.
a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive.
Spread.
Surging forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Sun Devils back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running
Entering
game.
cost screen, you have 5 options.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Spread.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Robinson. No,
Entering play
sirree.
call,
Not
coach
this time. The
suggestions.
defense
There are 6
was there and
categories.
ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. They get him
Entering
corralled,
play
but
call,
not until he's in the red zone. They'll
There are
mark it
6
up for 14.
categories.
And the Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Handoff to the lone back. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Entering play call, coach. Option, double mug. There are 6 categories.
Going to work
You
in the
have
red zone. They can't
options.
pick up the
Cover
first
1
down
goal
without
selected.
getting it into the end zone.
Good cushion.
Rides the back on the option. The give. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down,
Entering
and they're
play
wondering
call,
what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix?
categories.
Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. And
Entering
for a quick
play
update,
call,
let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Phyllis, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Texas State took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to San Marcos. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. Plays like that present themselves, receivers are open. As a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Dropping back, it's Lacey. Gets it out quickly. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Third down play from the gun. Fires to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Spread.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential.
Screen, you have 5 options.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark.
Spread.
If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of. Just keeps moving. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. First down here for the offense.
Spread.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Bringing it back at the 30. He's at the and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Purple Pirate.
Entering play call. Coach
How
suggestions.
oftentimes can you say that there's a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks. But guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Really good job by the coverage team to make it stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about...
And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, disrupt their timing, get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Can't get him to the ground. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
One rock, nickel two, field, one double, cover, double bracket.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Dyer. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Sun Devils will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football.
Oh, he's got some space. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
Entering play.
What a great run there. A 3rd-and-1 situation, though, David. That has got to be demoralizing for a defense because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that one.
They're playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get first downs.
And the Pirates with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Right on the money. It's
Entering
up
play
enough
call,
to give them
coach
first and 10 from the
suggestions. There are 8
13.
categories. You have
And that's a play the
options.
defense has
Toss
got
line
to
is
be able to
selected.
make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity.
Touchdown, East Carolina.
Enter
They
play
take
call.
the lead with the 6.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're
Entering play
taking
call.
shots. We
You have
need you to
5
be able to
options.
step
Kickoff
up
left is
and
selected.
make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same
Entering
page,
play call.
and then
You
having a
make
guy that
coach
can go get it.
suggestions.
Just
There
when
are
the ball
6
is near him,
categories.
he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Dropping back, it's Dyer. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Suggestions. There are 6
Passing game kept this
categories.
drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Spread.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going deep. Hits him inside the 20. Still going. Touchdown, Arizona State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. He has the first and still on his feet.
Entering play
Out
call.
across the
Coach
30 mark, down at the
suggestions. There are 8
35
categories.
after the
You have
10-yard gain.
option. Post.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there for the 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Entering play call.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
To throw, it's Lacey. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has
Entering
enough to
play.
move the chains.
Coach Fred Opt.
3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Empty bunch wide. There are 21
Man, what a
categories.
finish
You
we
have
could
9
have.
options.
Tie game,
Drag
3rd
early
quarter
selected.
here, 2nd and 10. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls out.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field.
And it's his 4th interception of the night.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
He's going for it all. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. He team's about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth
Entering
all
play
tied
call.
up.
Coach suggestions. There
Final
are 6
stands in the game, and we'll
categories.
start with the first down. Back to pass, it's Dyer. Fakes the catch. And they picked up 9 on first
Entering
down.
play
It'll
call.
bring up
Coach
second and short.
suggestions. There are 6 categories.
The defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the
Spread.
field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got it set up on the outside. Got enough space.
Entering play
Touchdown, Sun
call. Coach
Devils.
suggestions.
They've
There are
got
6
the lead here in the
categories.
fourth. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just, the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. Quick strike
Entering
offense on that
play call.
three-play
We have
scoring
7
drive.
options.
Kickoff
5,
unit
4,
on the field, and this
return left to
defense will be
select.
called on to protect this lead.
East Carolina, 28.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come
Entering
out to the 25-yard line.
suggestions. There are 8 categories.
East
We have 12
Carolina sending
options.
the offense
Switchback
back
is
to work.
selected.
They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Short cross.
Offense changing the play. On fourth down, looking to pass. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage.
Entering
They've got
play
it out to
call
the
and
41 with a
coach
first down.
inside zone.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. Fourth down, picking up the first, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
Entering play
And he
call.
has a
Coach
solid game before the
suggestions. There are
defense
8
bobbles him up.
categories. We have 12 options.
Solid pickup of
Spread
4 on
is
first
selected.
down. It's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to
Entering
get
play
it across
call.
the line
Coach
and pick up the first
suggestions.
down.
There are 8 categories. We
On
have
second
12
down
options.
defensively, I'm always
Drag
like, hey, let's
throw is
get the third
selected.
down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
The Pirates are flying down the field. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Wheel.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Hold and fire complete. Spins away from one. Ripping through the defense. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Sun Devils come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw, it's Dyer. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Double slant stick.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win.
Double slant stick.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And back to the air on second down. Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle.
Entering play
And
call.
they reacted well to the
bunch
completion,
one.
but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He works his way
Entering
inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You have 12 options.
And the Pirates
Call
come to the line
selected.
with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Catch in the middle. It's Alexander. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That was sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not.
Touchdown, ECU! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Lining up for the point after and the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Puts it out of the air.
You run the slant route, they win. And this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Give to Brown. He breaks a tackle. Breaks into the open. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. The Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. So they move the 6 on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Leaves it with the running back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Defense out of sorts, and the head coach will use a timeout here. To the air, it's Dyer. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they've moved out front. They're in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots. Throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Fires to the big fella. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game. The offense comes out needing a score here, down 1 possession. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, no, the ball popped out. fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. The Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Lacy. Throws to the back. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Entering play
He
call.
was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet.
Touchdown, Pirates! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
Well, no big surprise here in the 4th quarter. The defense expecting pass, and that's why they've got extra DBs on the field. It's almost like a prevent look. Everybody back there staring at the QB. Going to be hard to throw into that. Obviously, the ball falls incomplete.
Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Looking for a man. It's Dyer. Here's a throw downfield late. He knocked it away. Incomplete and saved the game as this one is over. How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous play